kept saying it, though, bro.
All right, go.
5, 4, 3.
Is this for real or is this
3 is silent.
Go ahead, just go.
Silent.
Yo, welcome to Team Hotel TV. Week 5 picks. Hey, let's start out with a congratulations to the Bengals. Their first win ever.
Bengal Nation.
Bro,
Yeah.
Eric and
Unbelievable.
and Papito, they got something going on over there. Armani, he's talking about he breaking records with interceptions for a game. He goes, I want another pick. I want another
He
pick.
got one.
So, what do you guys think about
No,
the Bengals?
it was
big
good.
win?
We are a very interesting place after week 4. 7 teams have only 2 wins or less, which means there's 7 teams fighting really for 3 playoff spots. And so, and the thing that's great over the next 4 weeks, they all play each other. And so this week has set the stage for some great football over the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations on the Bengals and their franchise for having getting their first win of the season. What are you doing over there?
Got lipstick right here.
What? It's crazy because, I mean, you look at that game, the Lions had more catches and more tackles, and I believe more interceptions than the Bengals. And if you look at it from a statistical standpoint, you would think that the Bengals would have lost that game. But, I mean, they pulled it off. I mean, they not only did they pull it off, but it was a shutout.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lions really struggle on offense. They can't score when they're in the goal line. They're using a 6'4" receiver as a running back. I don't understand what's going on over there. They're using their running back Gio as the 6'4" receiver. Can someone explain what's going on over there? I mean, buddy, you know that team better than anybody else.
They were sleepwalking, man. They thought after the whooping they got against the Seahawks, they was just going to be able to come in and take the Bengals lightly. But the Bengals ain't playing no more. They not playing no more. Yeah.
Did you see what happened? The Bengals were playing so hard it made Ralphie's hair stand up on his head on the sideline. Yo.
Ralphie, he be
Didn't need
stressing.
any gel.
Crazy. That was
No
crazy.
gel was needed.
Wow, so let's go straight into Week 5 picks with that first 1 o'clock game where we got the Rams versus the Panthers. Chris, what do you think?
These are 2 of the teams that I was talking about who are fighting for that final 3 spots. The Rams and the Panthers, they actually are both at the bottom of the league right now. The Panthers are actually 12th in offense, 10th in defense. They've only scored 44 points this season, which last year they were scoring that much a game. They've had, now this is interesting too, they also had the fewest amount of receptions. They only have 59 receptions, whereas the leader, you know who the leading team is? Any guesses?
Packers.
No, not even close. Lions. They have 123 receptions. So
They just can't get in the end zone.
They just can't get in the end zone.
Yeah, they just can't do anything with it. But the
Can't
Rams are
seal the
11th,
deal,
on,
huh?
11th on defense. So it could be the time for the Panthers to do something offensively would be this week. I don't know. I think it depends on how these 2 teams practice this week. I think the Panthers get back on track. I think they win this one 30-26.
All right, Leo, what you got, bro?
Listen, there's a lot of speculations going on over there from the Rams franchise that Moses will not be playing. There's rumors that he tried to demand a trade. I mean, I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know if it's the players or it's the coaches, but I do know they do have a lot of talent over there, so something has to be done. Either you need to start moving players around or you need to start giving someone else the job to call in these offensive plays because you have too much talent not to score.
And
I mean,
Moses is leaving the Israelites with Pharaoh.
something like that. I don't know what's going on. He wants to be an Egyptian again or something like that. I don't know what's going on over there. But from the looks of it, on the other hand, I mean, the Panthers came out strong against the Cowboys. You know, they started the game off with a quick 4-and-out. Even started at the goal line. They just couldn't score. And I think that's the problem with the Panthers is that they can't score any points. I mean, they get down sometimes to the goal line and they can't finish strong, or sometimes they don't even get first downs. And they probably need to lead in drop passes if that was a statistical category as well. So this is a really hard game for me to choose, and I'm not going to choose either team. I think this is going to be the first time probably ever we'll have a tie in Team Until History. Score is going to be 0-0, and Chris and Buddy might be there all night to the next morning waiting for somebody to score.
Ain't no ties in team until somebody's going to win the game. So somebody's going to win. The way the Panthers played, their offense came out this last week. I don't know if it's going to be them. I don't know if it's that Alex Cowboy defense, number 1 in the league, or if it's just the Panthers are a little confused out there. Nair looked a little uncertain of where to go with the ball, but I know the Cowboys defense, I mean, they're harassing. They're all over you. They're not giving you any easy throws. So this is wake-up time for both of these teams here. The Rams have been a hot and cold team, though. So they come one week, and, they score a lot of points. Then this last week here, they laid an egg. Moses pulled himself out the game. They had one game plan looked like was throw the ball to Dada, and the Raiders were hacking Dada all day long. You know what I mean? The referees really weren't calling them, they were letting them play. And it didn't work. And once that didn't work, they kind of got pulled away. So So I think in this game here, it's going to come down to the coaches. Both of these teams, these coaches got to rally their troops. If they want to make a run now in the second half of the season to make the playoff, this is a statement game for both of these teams. And this week, the Rams at least show that they can score points. So I'm going to go with the Rams this week, probably winning this one 27-13.
All right. So let's go into that next 1 o'clock game where we got the mighty Jets versus the Seahawks.
Yeah, but what about the Scanlon Miracle? That's what we saw this past week with the bomb to win the game. It was, 30-32 or something like that.
32-30.
Yeah, something like that. That was close.
32-30, Wayne.
32-30, yeah. So it was, and they won, and it was amazing to see that. And the Jets are a surprising team this year. It's amazing to see how they're gelling together as one, as a team, and I think they've already made the playoffs. I'm pretty sure they've pretty much made the playoffs unless something crazy happened. Interesting fact here, though. Anthony Ramos, the coach of the Seahawks, brought this to my attention that actually right now the Seahawks quarterback Mikey and the Packers quarterback Shane are actually both tied for 10th place on the website for all-time passing touchdowns with 66 each. They're only about 2 touchdowns away from being 8th place, and actually they need about 84, I think, is the second place all time. So they literally could be in second place. They're not going to reach Leroy's with 120 something. So, but they actually have some time to get to that record. And Mikey has another year, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to be eyeballing Leroy's record.
That's under investigation, though. We got to make sure that ID is for real. But
yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, but this is going to be game of the week, and so I think the Seahawks are just too strong. I don't think they're going to lose the rest of the regular season. They're going to win this in 33-25.
I think Chris just confirmed where he's been getting all his resources from the entire year from Anthony Ramos. He might as well give him your job. You might be the Drake of this league.
Maybe.
With all these reference stats, it's okay. But the Jets, are the Jets for real or what's going on? They look like an elite team. They knocked off what was considered to be an elite team with the Colts. And, they have a new quarterback that is, he's playing really well. You don't see a lot of good quarterbacks looking one side of the field and throwing about a 20-yard pass, to a heavyset kid for the game-winning touchdown. And then you got to give it up to the kid, Gio Ruiz, who made an impressive catch. And then on top of that, made one of the best players on the Colts miss. And he spun on him and just landed in the end zone. And that was really impressive, the way the Jets were able to pull that win. But I think they play against the Seahawks, and the Seahawks, they have too much speed. If all their players show up, it's really scary. And who did they play last week, the Seahawks? The Cardinals, right?
Cardinals.
Yeah, you see what they did to the Cardinals. When the Seahawks have all their, arsenal out there, it's really hard to stop that. They have too much speed, they have too much height, and Mikey just playing on a different level. I think they only had their entire arsenal out about once or twice this year because, the kids always missing games. So if they have all those guys out again, it's going to be a long day for the Jets. And I just think the Seahawks are just too much. I like the Jets, but they're not ready for the Seahawks. The Seahawks will win this one 35-20.
Stop asking me questions that I don't know the answer. I'm getting old and you're trying to embarrass me out here. But yeah, the Seahawks, when you look at their team, they look amazing. They look like they're made for an Urban Bowl run. You got Tashim at 10 catches, 2 touchdowns. Shaheed, 2 for 2, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. I don't think we even seen that kid's potential yet. I keep hearing about watches. His YouTube tape or whatever. I don't know who the kid is yet. I can't wait to get to see him this week. You got Joey, who came 5 catches, 2 touchdowns, and Mikey and Brandon had their connection. Their team looks amazing. But then when you look at the Jets, you're like, how do they keep winning games? They're 3-1.
3-1.
You know what I mean? Yasir, you guys know how many touchdowns Yasir scored this week?
0.
No touchdowns.
Wow.
He had, you saw how he knew the answer. I prepped him. So he had no touchdowns this week, and they still won the game. Other people are stepping up. They brought this quarterback that came out of nowhere. I don't even know how to say his name yet. I think it's Jahil. It's Jaheil. What? Jahil. Jahil is what I'm hearing from my producers back here. And he played well. He didn't fold under pressure. So as much as, the Seahawks are the team and everything tells you to pick the Seahawks, I'm going with the underdogs, man. There's just something about the Jets. They just continue to win. I'm going with the Jets this week. I think they're going to win this one 33-27, close game.
Wow, I think you might have something there because I think that the Jets are using Yasir as a decoy against the Seahawks. That might what's going to be happening. So let's go straight into that 2:30 game where we have The Ravens versus the Raiders.
Yeah, and the Raiders are going to be mic'd up this week, and so I'm excited to see that. The Ravens, man, their biggest issue is the same issue they've had since they've been in the league, and it's defense. They have no defense. They are 12th in the league right now in defense. They need to watch tape on the Cowboys, the Packers, the Seahawks, some of these elite defenses. They need to watch tape and make some adjustments. Right? And the Raiders, I mean, it looks like the black is back. Right? It looks like they're back. They're an elite team. And we're going to find out if they really...
Black is back.
I thought Black never left.
Me too.
Nah, the Raiders are gone.
Oh,
Raiders
okay.
are gone. Raiders are gone. So, but I think the Raiders, we're going to see how good they are. I think they win this game 24-20, but then they have to face the Seahawks, the Colts, and the Cowboys. So we'll see if they're actually elite or if they're just a good middle of the ground.
I mean, the quarterback, Andrew, he's been playing outstanding since he came. If you look at how many points the Raiders have scored in 2 weeks since he's been playing quarterback, they scored 87 points, which is more than the Lions scored all year long.
Whoa, somebody doing research. My man, go ahead, Leo. Give it to him.
Yeah. So, like I was saying about Andrew, he's playing extremely well on both sides of the ball. I mean, he had 3 interceptions last week as well. I think he threw like 7 touchdowns his first week, and then he threw like 4 this week. 6, and then he threw 4 this week. I think next week he's going to throw 5 touchdowns, and I just don't think that they'll have enough power to stop the kid. He's playing on cylinders. He might be the best quarterback in the league. We don't know yet. We will really find out when he plays in the elite team. And I got the Raiders just winning this one 33-12.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to make this one quick here, man. The Raiders, I mean, since they made that change at quarterback, they look unstoppable. Hector seems like to be gelling with this quarterback, and they're really getting – they're an elite team. I think you might have 6 elite teams. We were crying about 4. We might have 6.
So who's in charge over there, Rob or Heck?
I think Heck is calling the offense from what I hear, and Rob is calling the defense. But
Took a step down.
yeah, well, Rob is always, probably
big bully.
micromanaging, over top. But yeah, this last week, I mean, I think a star has emerged, and he found his receiver in Edwin, who had 6 catches, 4 touchdowns, and he had 3 interceptions on defense. That's you don't see games like that in Timotheo. The Ravens, they came with some life against the Packers. They're still struggling. Sharif tried to make some plays, just wasn't enough. Hakeem tried to make some plays. Quadir, they even changed quarterbacks. Cameron came in and looked to be more athletic than the quarterback they had before. Jeffrey and seemed to be making plays. But defensively, I mean, the Packers were just able to just go down the field. They got to fix it defensively. You know what I mean? Dan, you got to get your coaches out together. You guys need to focus on defense. If you guys can't stop people, you guys are not going to be able to win games. So in this one, I'm gonna have the Raiders winning this one, 40-25.
Yeah, you got to take Sharif out the backfield too, man.
There's some great picks. Stay tuned for the second half of Week 5's picks.
Penis. All right, we go.